So in this video, I'm going to highlight one red flag for Snowflake stock investors, and that red flag is slowing consumption. So let's begin and let's get into this brief video update. So Snowflake in the first quarter said they reflected strong performance in a challenging environment. In the first quarter, consumption varied from month to month. We benefited from strong consumption in February and March. However, starting in April, consumption slowed, and after the Easter holiday, all the way through today. So this update came at May 24, and this is concerning because there is no telling how much longer or how much deeper this slowdown in consumption of Snowflake services will be. In fact, management said that much, saying it is challenging to identify the single cause of the consumption slowdown between Easter and today. A few of our largest customers have scrutinized Snowflake costs as they face headwinds in their own businesses. That's a bit troubling because it's Snowflake's largest customers that are scrutinizing costs. And if one or two or half a dozen of these large customers significantly pull back, that's a meaningful decrease for Snowflake. That's a meaningful decrease from Snowflake. It would be different if the decrease was coming from a couple of the smaller customers, fragmented, but when their larger customers are experiencing these cost cutting pressures, it's a headwind for Snowflake stock to be sure. That's why I highlighted this red flag. For example, some organizations have reevaluated their data retention policies to delete stale and less valuable data. This lowers their storage bill and reduces their compute costs. That's interesting because companies are finding that this data is more of a cost than a benefit. That's not good news, not for the short term or long term for Snowflake, because companies are looking at this data, looking at storing the data, analyzing the data, and everything, all the costs protecting the data, security, and all things surrounding that. And they're realizing, you know what? This is more of a nuisance for us than it is a benefit. We're not deriving that much value from analyzing this data. It's for some reason or another, it's not valuable for the company. And so that is a significant headwind. So, from a booking standpoint, we saw headwinds globally with the exception of our North America large enterprise segment. That's interesting. That's interesting, right? Because earlier, Snowflake management said that their large customers are scrutinizing costs and reducing consumption. And then they're saying from a booking standpoint, and booking stand for future revenue, right? When these large customers are looking at the future, how much they want to book with Snowflake, how much they want to purchase from Snowflake, that was robust. That was fine. So it's interesting how the current consumption was a headwind from large customers. However, future purchases was strong from large customers. That's an interesting difference there from current trends and longer term trends from large customers. And Snowflake is mentioning that this is not due to competitive pressures, but because customers remain hesitant to sign large multi-year deals. And I'm seeing that personally across the board from many of the companies that I follow. The word uncertainty is common among all of the businesses that I follow. And when businesses face uncertainty, they're not interested in signing long term deals. They just want to go forward one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time, 1 quarter at a time, just to get to the point where they can get more visibility into their future prospects so that they know more about what their revenue is going to be like. So then they can manage their costs more effectively and on a more long term foundation. Right now, since many enterprises don't know what their revenues are going to look like, they're not going out and spending and purchasing solutions where they don't know if they're going to need it or not. So, this is a headwind for Snowflake, and that's why I highlighted it in this video as one red flag for Snowflake stock investors to look out for. All right, but that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.